What's going on, everyone? Harris Rubenstein here for Chat Sports. The NBA trade deadline is behind us. The die has been cast. The trades have been made. So there's only one thing to do now. It's time to look ahead towards the 2019 offseason and go through the top 10 free agents that we could see teams sign for next season. Let's start at number 10 with NIKOLA, recently traded to the Milwaukee Bucks from the New Orleans Pelicans. A really nice player, shooting pretty well from three as well, averaging around 17 points and 8 rebounds on the season. A cheap option probably coming up this offseason. No one's going to pay him over $20 million. I would expect someone like him to end up with like a 3-year, maybe $50 million deal with all that being guaranteed. Obviously, I think MIROTIC could be a great stretch for any team coming off the bench. Imagine what the Bucks did with Ersan Ilyasova, bringing him in from the 76ers, giving him about a 4-year, about $30 million deal. So overall, a good free agent in NIKOLA MIROTIC coming up. I'll be interested to see which team wants to make a run after him. Let's go to KHRIS Middleton at number 9. Probably the least likely guy on this list, outside of maybe Kyrie Irving, to actually end up moving from his team. He has a great relationship with Mike Budenholzer, the new head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, and he's been with Milwaukee for a long time now. They traded for him at the age of 22, have had him all the way up through this most recent contract. So to me, I think he's a shoo-in to stay in Milwaukee. He loves playing with Giannis. He says that he wants to build a championship contender in Milwaukee with Budenholzer and with Giannis. But if you're able to steal away KHRIS Middleton from the Bucks, maybe the Knicks can throw a max extension at him as well. He could be a really good discount option for a team that isn't able to hit on any of the tier 1 or tier 2 guys. But KHRIS Middleton right now, all signs are pointing for him to go back to the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's go to number 8. One of the biggest question marks on this list is TOBIAS Harris. Just recently got traded from the Clippers yesterday to the Philadelphia 76ers. Look, he's a really nice player. I'll be interested to see how he does in Philly, whether or not he's actually able to keep up the amount of production he had in Los Angeles. Those 21 points per game and 8 rebounds is a little bit, how do I put this? It doesn't really tell the full story, because when he's playing for the Clippers, they did not have a single other offensive force on that team besides Lou Williams, who was on the bench. But now that he's on Philly, his shots are going to go down, his opportunities are going to go down, and how he adjusts is really going to determine whether or not he ends up staying with Philly. Now, we know that the 76ers' long-term plan is to keep their quote-unquote Big Four together. The Big Four being Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, and now TOBIAS Harris. But I am not convinced that TOBIAS Harris is as married to the 76ers as the 76ers want to be to him. I think he could end up going to a team like the Brooklyn Nets, who has a lot of money in cap space, but could end up being a dark horse for his services. The 76ers are still at this time the favorite for TOBIAS Harris this offseason, but right now, there's just a lot of money that they're going to have to pay. They already gave Joel Embiid the big max contract. Simmons is up for an extension next summer. Jimmy Butler is also a free agent. You'll see him on our list here in just a second. So if they have room for TOBIAS Harris, I think they'll keep him. But they also brought him in to be the insurance policy for Jimmy Butler. So we'll see what happens with TOBIAS Harris, but don't be surprised if the team like the Knicks or even the Nets end up making a run at TOBIAS Harris. Let's go to number 7, DeMarcus Cousins. I don't know why he's not getting as much press for being an upcoming free agent as a lot of the guys are on our list. DeMarcus Cousins so far, since he's joined the Warriors, has looked great, and he's still coming back from that Achilles injury. And we know that so far, the Warriors haven't really unleashed the boogie onto the rest of the league, and we know that it's going to come in the playoffs. I just wonder why there hasn't been a lot of press about what he can end up doing. Maybe it's because we haven't seen him at his full 100% force yet, coming back from that Achilles injury, but DeMarcus Cousins is going to end up being one of the steals of the offseason. If you're the Lakers and you're not able to get a Kevin Durant or Kawhi or Kyrie Irving, absolutely they should get DeMarcus Cousins. You compare Cousins with LeBron for the next couple of years. Sure, he's coming off that Achilles injury, but remember, DeMarcus Cousins is coming off one of the best seasons of his career with the New Orleans Pelicans last year. And DeMarcus Cousins, also you have to remember, he's still relatively young. He's only 28 years old. So if a guy like him can come back from that Achilles injury, be in the shape that he currently is, he is totally a guy that I would give a 3 to 4 year contract with. You could end up maybe dealing him out in the last year of that contract to a contender if you're not in play. But overall, I think DeMarcus Cousins is going to be one of the top free agent signees this offseason. Any team that has an open spot at the center spot should certainly look towards DeMarcus Cousins. Let me know in the comments section below, where will DeMarcus Cousins play next season? I think it's going to end up being with either the Lakers or the Clippers, but we will see. Let's talk about Kemba Walker at number 6. Look, Kemba Walker is another guy on this list who I think is going to end up staying with his team. I think the Charlotte Hornets are having a lot of discussions with him behind the scenes about bringing in guys to help them get to the playoffs. We know they were really close to acquiring Marc Gasol from the Grizzlies before the Raptors stole him at the last second. So I think the Hornets are going to end up keeping Kemba. He doesn't seem to have that cold-blooded, have-to-win-a-championship instinct that a lot of the other stars of the NBA have. He's a big loyalty guy, and I think, with him, he's a little bit older than a lot of free agents at the end of their deals. He's entering his age 30 to 31 season. So I wonder if Kemba just kind of looks at Charlotte and says, look, you guys drafted me, you supported me, you developed me into this great player. Give me the max and I'm going to stay. And as of right now, the Hornets have said both publicly and privately they plan on offering him the full max contract this summer to keep him in Charlotte. So if they want to make him their franchise guy, all the power to him. Not like a lot of free agents are going to be flocking to Charlotte anyway. If you guys want to make some money on the NBA this season, there's only one place to do it, and that's with our sportsbook partner, BetDSI. Head to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NBA120 for a 120% deposit bonus. I made hundreds of dollars this year on the NFL, and I've started to make a lot of money on my season-long NBA prop bets that I made at the start of the year. They're still available. So if you guys want to make some guesses on where some of these players are going to sign in free agency, there's only one place to do it, and that's with BetDSI. Let's get into our top 5. And at number 5, it is Klay Thompson. Now, I think the concept of Klay Thompson leaving the Warriors is one of the most overblown concepts that we have in the NBA right now in the rumor mill. Why would Klay Thompson leave the Warriors? Not to mention this, Klay Thompson in a contract season right now is actually having the worst season from three-point shooting that he's had in his career, which, he's still shooting almost 40% from three, so I don't really know what implies of a bad season for Klay. But I'll say this, guys. When these rumors start to swirl and you start to understand them, how many times have I said this on this program? Understand where this information is coming from and why you are hearing it. Why would we be hearing Klay Thompson to the Lakers rumors? Maybe it's because the Warriors have not publicly stated yet that they're going to give Klay the full max. What's the most recent rumor we have with Klay going to the Lakers? It's that the Lakers are going to offer Klay slightly under the max so they can fit in a second star. Doesn't that sound like just some crap that his agent would put out there so that the Warriors will offer him the full max? Yeah, it does, and that's what's going to end up happening. So I think he's going to end up staying with the Warriors. However, the threat of the Lakers is always there. Let me know in the comment section below, will Klay Thompson re-sign with the Warriors? Give me a 1 for yes, give me a 2 for no. I'm throwing up a 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I absolutely think that Klay Thompson is going to re-sign with the Warriors. He loves Golden State. They love him. He loves playing with Curry. I think that Curry and Klay are going to be together for their entire careers. I think that this whole concept of him going to the Lakers is a little bit overblown. But you want to know what's not overblown? We now have the best Lakers YouTube channel anywhere on the internet, and you guys can subscribe to it today at chatsports.com/Lakers. Hit that red subscribe button. We're trying to make this one of the best channels anywhere on the internet. So, chatsports.com/Lakers. Go ahead and subscribe. We'll have everything, free agency, draft, trades, everything, and so much more on that Lakers channel. So make sure you guys subscribe today. Let's go to number 4, and that's Jimmy Butler. So here's the interesting part with Jimmy Butler. We now have multiple GMs who have told multiple sources, according to both Ryan Russillo, Bill Simmons yesterday, along with other reporters, that a lot of teams with cap space right now will not give Jimmy Butler a contract. Will not. And I think that goes under a certain kind of platform of what teams would not sign Jimmy Butler. I think the Nets aren't going to give Jimmy Butler a contract. I think the Lakers are going to stay really far away from Jimmy Butler. I think the Clippers are also going to stay far away from Jimmy Butler. So that leaves really 2 options for Jimmy Butler in terms of getting a max contract. A, staying with the Philadelphia 76ers, which I think would be his best move. But Jimmy Butler, he always does things on his own plan. But the other option is the New York Knicks, which he's constantly been connected to over the past couple of months. And now I know he got traded to Philly and he likes Joel Embiid. Jimmy Butler is an enigma. And it would be so unsurprising if he said, you know what, sorry Philly, I know you traded for me, but I'm going to the Knicks. That'd be a very Jimmy Butler thing to do. And if you look at their team right now, especially with the Knicks, they have a wide open spot at that shooting guard position. They traded away Courtney Lee. They traded away Tim Hardaway Jr. They've only drafted forwards and centers this past year. There is a gaping hole next to Dennis Smith Jr. at that shooting guard spot. Seems like it would perfectly fit Jimmy Butler. But let me know in the comments section below. Will the 76ers be able to keep their big four together? Give me a Y for yes, give me an N for no. If you're thinking to yourself, what is the 76ers big four? It's Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler, and yes, Tobias Harris is a part of that big four. So their plan is to keep all those guys together, but as of right now, I would be really, really surprised if all four of them came back next year. Let's get into the top three. Kyrie Irving is probably one of the most controversial free agent targets in this year's class. Mostly because he has given some indication that he wants to re-sign with the Celtics. He said it multiple times in the media, yet for whatever reason, everyone remains unconvinced that Kyrie Irving is going to re-sign with the Celtics. Now, I'm not going to go on my long rant about how much the media hates Kyrie and Kyrie hates the media, blah, 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 this, and that. All I got to say is this. If you think that Kyrie Irving is really leaving the Celtics, I think you just need to start listening to what Danny Ainge is saying more. Because there's no one in the NBA right now that knows more about what Kyrie Irving wants than Danny Ainge. And at every single stage of this season, when the question has been asked if he thinks Kyrie Irving is going to stay with the Celtics, he has unequivocally said yes. And has started to make really hilarious analogies about it. He made one today about, oh, we are engaged to Kyrie Irving. Let's just hope he shows up to the altar on July 1st. So Danny Ainge is at the point where he's making fun of this whole situation. He sounds confident, and if he's confident, I think the Celtics fans should be confident as well. The Knicks are obviously going to be a team that is going to be hovering around Kyrie, and so will the Los Angeles Lakers. I know that Kyrie and LeBron are buddy-buddy again, so maybe the threat of that will steal Kyrie Irving from the East Coast. Let's go to number two. It's Kawhi Leonard. Yes, a lot of Ks on today's list. Kemba, Klay, Kyrie, and now Kawhi. Look, he is probably the biggest question mark on this list. No one has any idea what Kawhi is going to do. Is he going to stay with the Raptors? Is he going to go to the Clippers? Could he surprise everyone, end up with the Lakers? Could he say, screw all this, I'm going to the Miami Heat or something? No one has any idea what Kawhi Leonard wants because I have a theory. Kawhi Leonard doesn't know what he wants yet. His book is still wide open on what's going to happen to him. He could end up, what happens if the Raptors make it all the way to the finals? Why wouldn't Kawhi Leonard stay? Why would he go to the Clippers or the Lakers? We know he wants to end up in Los Angeles. I believe at the end of the day that every single guy in the NBA wants to win championships. And if you're a Kawhi Leonard and if you have an opportunity to stay with the Raptors for another couple of years, they just traded for Marc Gasol, you have Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby and a couple of years left to Kyle Lowry. This is an elite NBA basketball team. I really do wonder if Kawhi is going to be willing to leave that behind for the drama of the Lakers or for the rebuilding project that is the Clippers. It will be interesting to see where Kawhi's priorities stand, but as of right now, I still believe that he's going to leave and go to the Los Angeles Clippers. Let's go to our next player here, and at number one, who else could it be except Kevin Durant? Now, I know that Kevin Durant is whining, and he's all upset, blah, blah, blah. The media hates me. I don't trust you guys. Look, Kevin Durant, if you really want to be the guy on a team, this is what you have to deal with. Colin Cowherd's been saying it for months now. If you want to be LeBron so badly, you're talking about it, you thought that you were going to be considered a better player in the NBA after you beat him in the finals last year. If you want to be better than LeBron, then guess what? You can't be so combative when you keep signing one-year free agency deals. I appreciate you, Kevin Durant. You're the second best player in basketball. You are an incredibly gifted human being and are making $30 million this year to dribble a ball. I'm sorry that people want to ask you where you're going to play next. Just remember, they're asking you this out of respect because you're so damn good. And wherever you go is going to change the entire NBA. So excuse the media for being a little speculative because you won't give them any answers in the first place. You ever see LeBron blow up on the media? No, the only times that he gets angry with the media are when he plays like crap or his team loses game 1 of the NBA Finals after he drops 51 points. That's when LeBron blows up on the media. So Kevin Durant, I understand you're mad, but wouldn't you be crazy to leave this team? If you're Kevin Durant, this is the perfect team for you. You have another superstar on the team that will deflect a lot of the media attention away. You have the odd duck in Klay Thompson, who people are fascinated with, who takes attention away from you. You have the loudmouth Draymond Green, who's also taking attention away from you, so that even more of the media is staying away. Steve Kerr, former announcer, making sure that he deflects all these questions about Kevin Durant. But one thing I want to ask a question to, we're going through this top 10 list right now. Why is everyone in the NBA so damn unhappy? Why are all these stars so just sad about the team that they're on? Why does Kevin Durant seem sad to be on this Warriors team? Why does Kyrie Irving seem to be sad to be on the Celtics? Is nobody happy? Actually, that's not true. There's one happy player in the NBA, and his name is James Harden, because he found a team where he can do whatever the hell he wants, and they're paying him $200 million. I don't understand why players seem so unhappy today. I don't understand why Kevin Durant seems to hate everybody right now. I don't really understand it. But I want to know from you guys, where will Kevin Durant sign next year? Will it be the Knicks? Will it be the Lakers? Will he end up staying with the Warriors? I want to know from you guys. I just can't imagine a guy like Kevin Durant, who moved from Oklahoma City to the Golden State Warriors to win titles. He's now going to leave possibly the best run organization in all of sports right now, maybe behind only the New England Patriots. Maybe. He's going to leave that to go play for the Knicks? That concept just still blows my mind. So let me know in the comment section below where you guys think Kevin Durant is going to go. I have no idea. I really don't. Because if he really wants to go to the Knicks, I mean, good Lord, good luck, Kevin Durant. No one else has really succeeded there, and I really don't want to see you turn into Carmelo Anthony. So let's go back through our top 10 list before we leave you guys behind today. Number 1 through 5, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler, and Klay Thompson. It's the year of the Ks, because then we got Kemba Walker, DeMarcus Cousins, Tobias Harris, Khris Middleton, and NIKOLA MIROTIC.